to East Lansing, Michigan, Spartan Stadium and home of the Michigan State Spartans. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Boston College Eagles, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Michigan State. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They go to the ground. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bond. And they pick up just a few on that completion. These guys got knocked around in Big 12 play last year. That has been a motivating force here in the offseason.
Yeah, and you hope it's a motivating force. You hope they were talking about it. You hope it matters to your team that last year was a very big disappointment. With expectations for this squad to end up like they did, a lot of time to stew on it. The whole offseason, Palmer, you better be irritated, and they better come out with some momentum to start Big 12 play.
I think what was so frustrating about this team last year was that on paper, they looked like a team that could compete for the Big 12 championship, but it just didn't show up each and every week. This year, again, these guys look good from a height standpoint, a weight standpoint, a speed standpoint, but they've got to make plays, and it's got to start here today.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Bond. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He wants to change this route. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Quarterback floating away from pressure. That was all. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Here's the give off the left side. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Pocket breaking down. That pass not close. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Dropping back, it's James. That's caught. It's McCray.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Breaks the tackle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense, got him at the 27. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends hanging the decibel meter on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was hit just as he released it. This offense has it with really good field position. Punch it out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's McDonald. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
A first down run in the red zone. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they put those big old bodies in there to block to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Trying to get it in. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Fourth and goal, no thought of the field goal. They'll go for the touchdown. Barrels ahead. He's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he knows. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw, it's James. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. That's the way you get things going, Play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. We saw that linebacker do it.
The give from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. First and goal now. Let's see what Boston College calls. They'll go to the air. Going for 6. Pass is broken up and complete as they were trying to strike the 6. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're going to throw it on third and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Pick off! What a play by this defense! first play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the ground with the back. He's loose. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Golden Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because the first down you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They knock him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain, and it's a first down for Boston College.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide in the end. Don't take a big shot.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Oh, he dropped it. As they come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. The give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. And the Golden Eagles can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's James. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. First down, 10 yards to go. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in, it's Jones. Ernie on the Jets. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Handoff from the gun. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're working that left side. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. play action. Oh, they're after him. Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
The offense changing the play. On 4th down, going to the air. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. To the air, it's James. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll try to blast their way in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. The give. Touchdown, Boston College! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. The give to the tailback. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs. And if I get a few 1st downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. Wide open spaces. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Takes it past the marker. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone. This Boston College offense has it working. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Enormous play coming right here. 3rd down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Looking for a man. It's James. They'll run the screen. Turning it on. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boston College will try to get it in on a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Boston College. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the back. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. The give on the inside. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eagles. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A strong, methodical work.